Hey, it's Kellen on here, and I want to talk and give you guys a recap of our trip to Asia. I want to have this video be about Japan because Japan's bigger than Tokyo. Give you some tips and tricks so when you do go to Japan, you kind of know what to, expect and just come with no expectations. But let me start with saying 2 thumbs up to Japan and its systems and its courtesy, because just hospitality is something that is important to me. Whenever you're traveling, you want to feel like, wow, am I welcomed? And I felt totally welcome in Japan. And watching other YouTube channels, I found that, okay, when we get to Japan, we're not going to take our typical Uber or Lyft, because to get to many places that you want to go to from the airport in Japan, it's like a $200 ride. And you have to stay, don't get lazy and say, oh, I'll just pay the $200, because Japan's train system is like no other in the world, at least that I have been to, I have experienced thus far. We might have to go outer space. You hear things about the train system, but it is so true and it is so easy. So what we did, being the type of travelers, family of 4, 2 kids, husband and wife, and 2 kids, daddy is kind of, trying to always find a deal. And I found the hotel in Narita to be more on my budget for when I get there and the things I want to see. What I did not know was Narita was an hour, this is about on the express, an hour away from Tokyo. So Narita has its own airport. So if you're able to fly in from the US to Narita airport, or wherever you're coming in the world to Narita, and you want a cheaper stay at one of the Hiltons or the Marriotts, which was under $200 per room, which comes in handy if you're like us and you have to book 2 rooms and you like to have connecting rooms. Narita has connecting rooms. So if that's all that you get out of this, you're welcome. But they have the connecting rooms. They are at the under $200 price point, and everything was beautiful. We didn't see as much as Narita as we wanted to, because we're always trying to go to another place in Japan. But Narita, great option, great hotel, everything that you could ask for of a hotel with the price. If I did it again, would I stay in Narita? Depends on where I want to go in Japan, because Japan's bigger than Tokyo, and it wasn't the biggest hassle. But when you have kids, you're coming back late night from doing all the main Tokyo stuff, doing all the gaming stuff, and people are tired, you might want to be closer. And I do have a closer hotel, if we're just sticking on the hotels right now, is in Yokohama, which we stayed at the Westin, and your price is not going to be under $200 a night, but 5-star hotel. And we actually tried to stay at another hotel, and they told us to go to the Westin because they were fully booked. It was a holiday in Japan. Kids were out of school. People were traveling, right? It wasn't a holiday for us in the States, but for Japan. But the Westin, 5-star hotel, 5-star service. The Magic Butler is there. You have to Google that and holler at the Magic Butler. Ask for the Magic Butler and see what happens. But great staff all the way around. They have a breakfast that's there, and I'm not really one who likes to eat hotel breakfast, but again, it can be convenient, but it's all good. It's all good. So that Yokohama is, about 25-30 minute train ride, depending on what train you take from Tokyo. But Yokohama is a city in itself. They say that's a small city. I don't know who said that, but to me, it looked like a big city. It had plenty to do. Really business. A lot of businesses look like, some schools. It was nice to be there, and you could spend a whole day in Yokohama and not see it all. Now, let's get to people come for Tokyo. What do you want to do? The games don't stop. 12 stories of gaming, which is crazy. And it's on every block. It's everywhere. But you have to be careful. Because we went into one game thing. We went to about the 9th floor. And we're just, going. And we see a couple kids playing during school time. Now, I don't know if it was holiday time around then. Because unless that holiday lasted for, a week. Because they were there. The kids were playing. I even saw some, some older type kids playing, games that my kids didn't even know how to play. They're like, what is this? This is something new. But that's why you travel, so you can live and you learn, right? But 9, 12 stories of gaming. And sometimes you got to walk up those steps because you don't want to wait for the elevator, but that's okay. Americans can walk, right? The Japanese surely get their walk on, and probably why their fitness looks like it does and ours looks like ours, because they have plenty of processed food there, and desserts and deliciousness, but a lot more walking. But I tell you, we went to one place, 12 stories, and we're just hanging out, and we're just shocked by like all the men who are playing. It doesn't matter what time of the day. But what we were really shocked about is we were in like a gaming casino with our kids, and we didn't know, and it wasn't until we asked a question of somebody, and he's like, well, how old are the kids? And they're under 15. So he's like, oh no, this is for adults. But they didn't kick you out. Which, again, hospitality. It was just telling you, oh, these are the rules. So we knew, okay, these are the rules. Kids really can't play these games. Let's get out of here. Let's go find some more things to play. And there's plenty of things to play. We like to get, play all the games. I'm a sports, and, let me get in the action and act like I'm really in the game. So the gaming is off point. The food is off point. The hospitality is off point. Japan, what takes the number one thing for me, and you'll hear many people say it when they go to Japan, are the toilets. Their public toilets are cleaner than some of our 5-star hotel toilets. And when I say that, are as clean. They're so clean and so convenient with, I've seen the, Totos and the Alpha toilets, and they clean you up, but I've never experienced it. I had to wait 40 plus years to experience it. As soon as I got home, my toilets, at least the ones that I use, because if it's not important to everybody, we'll get there. But in my bedroom, in my office, toilets changed immediately, as Bernie Mac would say. Immediately. They had to go. And because I had to have the wash, I have to have the dryer, the heated. Now, I don't have, where it lifts automatically up. That's a different type of $1,300 toilet. God willing, we're going to get there. But I got perfectly good toilets. One I've just replaced not too long ago. I'm not getting rid of that toilet. I'm just going to add the adapter. And you can, too, at affordable price on Amazon. So check the bidet toilets out. And I tell you, the dryer is worth it. Because, you can have your hand towels or your toilet. I've seen all the different YouTubers on it. But get dry and still have your wipes, if you want to stay all the way clean. But toilet paper is so passe. So 2003 and beyond. And we're late to the party. So I'm just being, funny. Like, I knew. But you can know, too. And you don't even have to go. And I tell you, you will enjoy that, and you can install it yourself, because there's plenty of YouTubes. Me and my oldest, we did that. London, we knocked that out. Boom. And we're going to knock out as much as we can. So toilets is so, it was key for me. And the politeness, and, I wasn't shocked because I watched YouTube videos that nobody talks on the train, so they know you're a foreigner. Like, we're talking to a Chinese guy, and he was like, I think they, probably think we're being rude by talking, but they don't talk. It seems even if you're on a date or if you're together, a lot of people don't talk. Might be the reason why they don't have a high birth rate, and it's very low. Because people aren't talking, and talking leads to other physical activities, and those things lead to Peking children. So I say that to say, since they don't have a high birth rate, you have a lot of the older people doing jobs where you're like, in a place that respects the elders, and they do, they are the bus driver still handling the luggage over 60. You know, and you're like trying to help, and they're like, no, no, we got this. And you don't want to be disrespectful. And the other part of that disrespect that you don't want to do is you don't want to tip in Japan. And someone in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, we went to an African restaurant, and my Nigerian sister, she took the tip. But culturally, Japanese, they don't. It's rude because they're doing their job. And I like that. It takes, like, the pressure off. How much do I got to pay? And I don't mind tipping. You know, I like to be a cheerful giver. But to know that you can just pay what the service is, and they find it's just different, and it's more relaxing. Blood pressures were falling down until you get back to America. But just that hospitality and people wanting to help, many people knowing some English, if not being fully fluent, because our Japanese is, you know, the very basics. When you come, you should be able to say please and thank you and look those things up and practice them. And you should also know how to ask, you know, where's the bathroom? So, you know, you can say toilet and they'll know, because that's kind of a universal thing where people have put toilet for all, especially if you're in a big travel hub, you know, like Tokyo. But the fact that you can go there and not have any Japanese and still survive is all good. And also, you know, not to give a free promo, but I bought the new S24 just so if I needed to call someone, it could do my live translation. Hey, Samsung, you can send me a check now. I'll do all the advertising for you. And Team Android. But I say Japan is definitely a great place to go. I could live in Japan. I would mind doing a year or two and see how that goes. You know, and there are people who will talk to you, so don't think just because they don't talk on the train, but it's more of a politeness thing, and everyone has their earbuds, unlike here in the States where you can hear all of, you know, the Migos or Katy Perry's song because people don't have manners sometimes. Check out Japan. The one thing where politeness, the only time the Japanese are rude, and it was funny because my kids and wife are sitting on the train, and it's during the rush hour time, and the way they push into the train, and there's like a guy here, I'm here, there's a guy here, and this young, well, I don't want to say young, she was in her 20s. She comes and she like pushes, and you just automatically push back. Like the herd just pushes back. Watch it on YouTube. It's just like that. And you are so up close and personal with this person, but you're in it, right? And yeah, I'm just like, this is like, I'm in a dance, and let this thing jerk around. It'll be a different type of dance. But that everyone just pushes and they don't say not one word. There's no words being spoken. No excuse me, no nothing. It's just, and people, you know, and you're up close and personal with that person. And because the Japanese aren't big on perfumes, just keep that in mind, because you do not want to be the stinky one with stinky perfume. It's just a cultural thing. And I know somebody, I'm going to wear my okay, you can do what you want to do. I'm just giving you the tips on the culture. If there are any other questions, I want you to put them in the comments. You can also email me. All the stuff is in the description. If you need help with travel or business, this is what I do. This is who I am. It's what I love to do, help people strategize, take their businesses, take their lives to the next limit. Some people say, well, how do you do all this travel? Because I'm going to tell you in other videos, if you haven't already seen, how, you know, we also went to the Philippines on that trip, how we also went to Korea. We homeschool and we found a teacher, and I can show you and teach you how to do that. Those are paid sessions. So if you want to do that, you stuck to the end and you want to learn how to kind of get off the society's grid and create your own, hit me up. There's some paid booking times that you can do, and that's what I love to do, because I love being able to be free and kind of live on God's terms as much as we can, as best as we can. So please like this video, subscribe. More importantly though, can you share this video to somebody? It will change their life and hopefully yours too. Y'all be blessed.
Hello everyone, join us on an exciting journey with Explore the World Cameroon. London and Sydney go take you explore Cameroon, the heart of Africa. Experience the vibrant culture, nature and traditions from Yaoundé market to rainforest adventures. Every page na new discovery. Join the Cameroonian food, music and wildlife with our explorers. This book na true celebration of Cameroon spirit. Get your copy now. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and through your library and bookstores via Ingram's Park. Don't miss this adventure.
Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stress the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand, or 10,000 Kenyan shillings, or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from KELLEN, KASH, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.